It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Spurs out in San Antonio. Checking out the Spurs. They may have some challenges, but this is a game they have had circled on the calendar and want to deliver the top-notch performance they know they can. Oh, we get to check out Kawhi Leonard in this one. Hard to believe he was once known solely for his defense. He's made huge strides on the offensive end.
And those huge strides, Ernie, on the offensive end has made him an MVP candidate. I'll tell you, it's great efficiency.
Basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland, sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's James in at the small forward. Here's Irving, and count it from 19 feet away. Irving's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Cavs.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. That free throw missing. A lot of veteran leadership on these two teams. A lot of guys who have seen a lot of baskets. Doris, they bring a wealth of experience in so many ways.
And Kevin, as a coach, what's more comforting than to know you have a group of guys that know how to play, that aren't going to crack under pressure, that when the game is under duress and you're down to a possession ball game, they're going to have a calm demeanor, just like you, Kevin.
Well, thank you, Doris. But extensions of the coach on the floor.
Well, you've got to be able to think like a coach. And certainly, you know, any time that groups have been together, there's this collective experience that helps them win.
Good on the bucket.
And Parker just super efficient at shooting from inside the paint with shots like that one.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Outside Irving. From Down deep. Gasol with the rebound. And the Spurs with possession. Outside, Green. Poked away. Stolen by Thompson. Smith with it. Now Green defending. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Oh, no defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
Irving's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Right wing. Irving against Parker. Outside Aldridge. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Love. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Gasol against Thompson. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trailblazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Irving. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Wow, that's the second foul called on him in the opening period. Could buy him a little time on the bench.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Smith dishes to James. Back to Smith. Puts up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And really, Smith is always looking to fire as soon as he touches the ball. The D has to be more aware of that quick trigger.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
I think he knew full well what he was doing. My issue is that he didn't care.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mills passes to Gasol. They kick it out to Green. Shot to stop the run. Buries it from 3-point range. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And a wide open look for Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Oh! How does he even make that shot?
What range on that shot? That's amazing.
You know, for the Cavs, it's obviously taken some time for them to develop the chemistry between their, quote, big 3 and understanding how to integrate the talent of all of them into their offense. There's only one ball, and with all that scoring ability, I think it can be a little bit of a challenge to keep them all in the mix.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Green. And then for Cleveland, Richard Jefferson. He's checked in for Love. And Shumpert in there for Smith. And it seemed like down the stretch last season, the Cavs' big 3 started to find more comfort playing together, wouldn't you say?
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. And sometimes it's your chemistry off the court that breeds it on the court. As you become closer with players personally, you start to trust them as individuals. It enables you to play for one another as opposed to with one another.
Shots good by Mills.
You know, the accuracy on that assist was perfect. He hit him in the dead run, exactly where it needed to be. You think about Iman Shumpert coming out of Georgia Tech, a defensive specialist certainly. He's battled through injuries these last few seasons, but when he's right, guys, this guy's a quality caliber wing.
That free throw, no good. And Shumpert not a great offensive player, Doris. He especially struggled shooting the ball last season.
Well, I think, Kevin, you have to wonder how much that wrist injury held him back. To fill that 3-and-D role, they need him to hit a few more threes.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Fry comes in for LeBron. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Fry, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Spurs trail by 6. Anderson in the post, guarded by Fry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Cleveland coach Tyronn Lue, of course, played 11 years in the NBA. Started, came off the bench, won titles with the Lakers, played on the worst team in the league. I mean, that breadth of experience seems to serve him well as a head coach. He's certainly seen enough.
That one is no good. And Lue gives Coach Doc Rivers credit for seeing the coaching potential in him when he didn't see it in himself.
You're right, Kevin. Rivers told him, you could coach for me. And Tyronn wasn't so sure. Thought coaching sounded like too much work. 6 years later, change of heart, called Doc to ask for a job, and the rest is history.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good. Iman Shumpert.
You'd like a guy like Shumpert to be just a little more efficient at the line, but he gets it done more often than not.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. The half-court bomb falls off target. And Fry kicks to Shumpert. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And both free throws good for Shumpert. Right side, Leonard. Passes it to Dedmon. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers ahead, up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.